About this whole cancel culture thing, can we just put an end to that? Can we cancel culture? Like, a lot of times I see people online, all it takes is for one person to get outraged. They'll see a clip, hear a sound bite, and most of the time it's not the whole thing anyway. Just a little small clip, just the right piece to get the people mad, to cause a reaction. They'll see that clip and they'll get outraged and they'll tweet it out to the people. Like, hey, did you just see what he just said? Did you just see what she just said? Let's get him out of here. And next thing you know, you got thousands and thousands of followers reposting that, asking for these people to get canceled over something that they said that probably got misunderstood in the first place because the whole conversation wasn't shown. And most of the time, the people that you want to cancel, you're not supporting anyway. You're not buying their music. You're not watching their shows or their movies. You're not buying their products. You may or may not follow them on social media. 9 times out of 10, you're not. You know, you just caught that little clip, got offended, told everybody why you're offended, and now you want this person canceled. Can we stop that? Like, people who really have fans, people who really have confidence in themselves, don't get canceled. People who really got talent don't get canceled. Because all it takes is for you to come right back around with good product and everybody's on your team again. Your real supporters are gonna understand you. They're not gonna cancel you. We need to get rid of this whole cancel culture. Like, all it really is this new generation. This new generation is too sensitive. You know, any little thing that's said that's disagreeable, that may hurt feelings, they feel like they've got to silence you. They don't want to hear you talk anymore once you've offended them. And it's not that deep. A lot of times it's one subject, one disagreement. Like, people break friendships that they've had for their whole lives over one disagreement on one subject. It's never that serious. It's never that serious. Like, you don't even want to talk it out. You don't even want to understand where they're coming from. You just disagree. And even if you disagree, so what? Big deal. Now, if the subject is something that's very offensive, like, this really hurts, it's not just a thing of feelings, it's like true hurt, then I can understand you canceling. Like, I've seen clothing lines get canceled over a statement from the person who created the clothing line about the people who wear their clothes. I can understand that. Even though I don't agree with it, I can understand you walking away from supporting that clothing line because that person does not care for the people who buy their clothing. In my opinion, cancel culture is basically boycotting 2.0. Boycotting 2.0. Like, it's 2019, 2020. That's when cancel culture really started to really come into play. Yeah, it's basically boycotting. But the thing is, these people didn't support them in the first place. But we definitely got to get rid of this cancel culture thing. It's unnecessary. It's destroying entertainment. It's destroying politics. It's in a way. It's really just making room for sensitive people to be more powerful. And that's one thing we don't need, is powerful, sensitive people, they're going to just be flagrant once they get power. So we don't need that. Can we just cancel culture? Let's start understanding these people. Let's start gaining new perspectives. Hear these people out. Understand where they're coming from. Respect their opinion. They're only one person. If you don't want to support what they do for a living, that's cool. You don't have to encourage the rest of the world to stop supporting them. You don't have to bring awareness to the rest of the world about what you're outraged about, because it's not that serious. Now, if it's something that can affect the whole world, then I can understand. If the whole world is just blind that these people feel a certain way about them personally, and we're still buying into their product, we're still supporting them, then yes, awaken the blind. But if it's not such a big subject, can we just stop cancel culture? Like, before a tragic situation would happen, or just something that people don't agree with, before people would expect for people in high positions, public figures, politicians, sports and entertainment, like those kind of people would expect them to come out and speak and use their voice to, I guess, change a situation. But now that these people are speaking and expressing themselves, and they're not making statements that you agree with, now you want them to shut up. Now you want them canceled. Now you don't want them to speak. So which one is it? Because it wasn't their responsibility in the first place. But social media has just changed the dynamic of everything. So now more celebrities, athletes, entertainers, politicians, now these people have a voice outside of their realm when they're at work. They can now speak off of the clock into their own phone and tell people how they feel. And you come to find out that they're regular people just like me and you. The only difference is they have their own mind. They make their own decisions. You're not always going to agree with it. They're not like you. So now when you find that out, you want them canceled. Is that fair? Like, are we not living in a free country? Can we not say what we want to say? I just think we should cancel culture altogether. Like, let's just let people do what they do. Everything doesn't have to be news. Every statement doesn't have to be big and grand for everybody to hear. Because a lot of times this stuff gets said on little podcasts and, little magazine interviews. Stuff that everybody's not going to come across anyway. But once that gets tweeted out and posted for everybody to see, and all the retweets come around, and all the blogs and news stations pick it up, it becomes a problem. And now you want to cancel these people. It's not that deep. I promise you, it's not that deep. Can we just cancel culture? Let me know what you think. Like the video, share it, put your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's Randy. Love is love.